We've heard of the notorious El Chapo, or more infamously known as the Tunnel King, but is he the topmost man? Is there no one above him? Is he really the drug lord? Is El Chapo really the king? The answer you'll find out in this video. Who is El Mayo? Ismael El Mayo Zambada Garcia, commonly known as El Mayo, is a prominent figure in the Mexican drug trade. As a leader of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most powerful and enduring criminal organizations in Mexico, El Mayo has been involved in the illicit drug business for decades. Known for his low-key and elusive nature, he's managed to evade capture and maintain a significant role within the cartel. El Mayo's influence and strategic approach have contributed to the Sinaloa cartel's ability to adapt and thrive amidst shifting dynamics in the criminal underworld. His story represents the complexities and challenges of the drug trade in Mexico. Like every hero has an equally powerful and dedicated teacher guiding them, every villain has a boss who plans everything. El Mayo was exactly this. El Mayo was the boss of El Chapo. He was the mastermind behind everything that the cartel did. But that is not it. El Mayo turned on El Chapo. This became the turning point in El Chapo's life. El Chapo's real boss, rumored to be the true mastermind behind his criminal empire, had threatened him, causing tension and uncertainty in the underworld. El Chapo's defense attorneys alleged that the true leader of the Sinaloa cartel is El Mayo, who had secretly worked with government officials and bribed them in return. The lawyers claimed that the world was too focused on proving Joaquin Guzman as the leading negative figure, while federal prosecutors have solid evidence that he was the actual head of the Sinaloa cartel, and they point to El Mayo Zambada as the real boss who had dominated for decades. El Chapo's fall. El Chapo's real boss has reportedly threatened him, sending shockwaves through the underworld and raising tensions even higher. El Mayo, the alleged true leader of the Sinaloa cartel, is accused of secretly working with government officials in America and Mexico. Federal prosecutors have solid evidence that Joaquin Guzman was the actual head of the Sinaloa cartel, responsible for violence and illegal drug exports worth billions of dollars. The most nefarious drug cartel in the world helped El Chapo establish the St. Louis cartel from the beginning after dismantling the Guadalajara cartel in the early half of 1990s. Zambada's wit and ability to form alliances played a huge part in the growth of Sinaloa cartel in the 1990s, which was the leading criminal organization in Mexico in the 1980s, run by Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo, who was arrested by American authorities in 1989 and sentenced to 37 years in prison, leading to the formation of the Tijuana and Sinaloa cartels. He created an operation that sneaked drugs to Mexico from Colombia with boats as well as submarines, after which it was sent to New York via cars, trucks and even airplanes, and exported it to all around the world. The gang had multiple businesses, including extortion, kidnapping and money laundering. El Chapo has substantial property in real estate and invested in numerous businesses in Mexico, highlighting the vast wealth and power of drug cartels. The Sinaloa cartel's annual sales are estimated to be $11 billion, making it one of the wealthiest drug organizations in the world. To prove this, El Chapo even made it to the Forbes list of billionaires. All this was thanks to El Mayo. Zambada centralized power in the 1990s and won a bloody power struggle against El Chapo to become the leader of the Sinaloa cartel. El Mayo Zambada, the real boss of El Chapo, has built a strong drug trafficking network to export drugs to the US from Colombia and used his profits to gain a foothold in legal businesses. Really a smart move. Sinaloa cartel led by the smarter El Mayo gained more power and money as the Tijuana cartel retreated from power and lost most of their territories due to Zambada's war strategy. El Mayo, the real boss of the Sinaloa cartel, has threatened El Chapo not to try escaping from prison again or face dire consequences, as he doesn't want to risk losing his position. The world has seen a fair amount of betrayal and treacherous people, but no one has seen a person who befriended someone and helped them to reach great heights, build an empire using them as a shield, and then strip that whole power down to become the king and the enemy. Maybe El Mayo really is the boss.